Thank you very much for meeting us this afternoon. Very nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Would you like to introduce yourself for everyone?
Yes, my name is Andy John. I'm the newly elected Archbishop of Wales.
Excellent, excellent. And you've been Bishop here in Bangor for the last
13 years.
13 years,
13 years, yeah. It's become home. It's a place of familiarity, you could say.
Excellent, excellent. So your new role as Archbishop then, how can we as Bangor Diocese, how can we pray for you? What can we pray for you?
Well, I think there are several parts to the role of an Archbishop. Firstly, the provincial role, to make sure that both in terms of to the Church and to society, that the voice of the Church is heard. And it's the Archbishop's role to do that. So pray that I'll have wisdom to say the right things and the kind of grace of leadership that leads not just with words but by example. That's really important. Then there's another role, which is I suppose the international. It's the role that an Archbishop has to play on the wider scene. For me to be a good and helpful voice in relation to the Anglican communion, because we face significant challenges. It's really important that there is a good voice for Wales, but a good Welsh voice for the whole of the communion. Those things I think would be really helpful to pray for me on a regular basis.
Excellent. And as a diocese we have the weekly mailing Adolen, and so would things be updated in there perhaps if there are things coming up that we could keep an eye on? Absolutely.
I'd be delighted if people would commit to pray for me on a regular basis. That would be great, and if we can use that, that sounds good to me.
Ideal. Brilliant. And so being Archbishop requires an awful lot of time and effort. And so how do you think you'll manage your time moving forwards, balancing both a dros and bishop and Archbishop at the same time?
One of the things the Archbishop needs is a lot of help because there's a role for being well briefed so that you don't make mistakes. And being well briefed means that you've got to have somebody who can do some research. So I think that's really important to be supported in a provincial role in order to know what you're talking about. That's a critical thing. I think I've become more conscious than ever that colleagues, my Archiedag and colleagues and my colleagues within the team Deiniol have been taking the strain within the diocese, and I think they're going to have to for a while yet until we work out how to marry these roles of diocesan and provincial roles. But we've got a great team here which we built over a number of years, and that means that I can hand over bits of the role with enormous confidence. I know that we're not going to fall apart. We've got people who are wise, prayerful, hardworking, and I'm quite sure that we'll be able to make that blend work. But it'll just take a bit of time for adjustments.
Absolutely. Dych chi wedi dal y portffolio ar gyfer y Cymraeg dros y blynyddoedd diwethaf. Ydych chi'n bwriadu cadw'r portffolio yna, neu ydych chi am roi rhywun arall, neu ydych chi'n mynd defnyddio'ch rôl fel Archesgob I hybu y Gymraeg?
Wel, I hybu y Gymraeg fel Archesgob yn rhywbeth bwysig wrth gwrs, ond ar hyn o bryd dwi yw'r unig esgob sydd yn gallu gwneud pethau yn fyw. So er bod na rai sydd yn gallu yn y Gymraeg, I ymateb yn fyw cyfweliadau ac ar y teledu. So wy'n credu mi fyddaf yn cario ymlaen gyda'r portffolio Gymraeg, a dwi'n hollol hapus I wneud hynny.
Gret. Mae hwnna'n bwysig I ni fel pobl Bangor, Esgobaeth Bangor, a nid jyst yr iaith, ond bywyd Cymraeg.
Yn sicr. Y Mangor, ond hefyd beth sydd yn bwysig yw'r cynnydd o Gymraeg lawr yn y de. Mae yna lot o bobl sydd yn gweithredu ac yn byw eu bywydau yn y Gymraeg. So, I sicrhau bod llais yr Eglwys yn cael ei wneud yn y Gymraeg yn rhywbeth pwysig I mi yn bersonol.
Gret. Oes yna rhywbeth dyn ni wedi llwyddo I wneud o fewn yr ysgobaeth yma hoffech chi weld yn cael ei ehangu ar draws Cymru?
Dwi'n cofio, oedd yna'r cynhadledd arloesi tua'r 2 flynedd yn ôl, 2019, ac beth nath taro fi ar y pryd yw, Bangor wedi bod yn eitha llwyddiannus I gymysgu y pethau newydd a'r hen bethau hefyd. A gan fod mae gyda ni hanes a traddodiadol arbennig, I weld y ffordd bod yr Eglwys yn gwneud pethau cyfoesol, hefyd yr hen bethau sydd wedi dod yn bwysicaf y marn I. Pobl yn gofyn am storïau, am yr hen chwedlau y seintiau, ond nid oherwydd hanes ydi o, ond oherwydd mae yna ffordd yma i egluro ac i hybu yr Efengil. A dyna pam dwi'n credu bod Bangor yn gallu rhannu gyda'r Eglwys yng Nghymru yn ehangach, ond nid yng Nghymru yn unig, ond ledled y byd. Ni wedi bod ar blaen llaw o gymysgu. Chymod, yn Saesneg, ni'n sôn am mixed ecology of church life. Yeah. A fi'n credu bod na rhywbeth bwysig yma, a ni'n gallu helpu pobl i weld bod does na ddim bygwth yma yn bosib i wneud y ddau.
Good. Gwych. And the last question.
Of course.
Your proudest achievement in your 13 years here in Bangor?
Building a team that blends faith, hope and love. People who are bringing all of their years of experience now to serve. I think we know that when we do things together, we are far more likely to achieve what we set out to do. And the team in Bangor Diocese is a great team. It's been a huge privilege and honour to work with them, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. I think if I could commend to ministry areas one idea, it's do it together.
Excellent. Archbishop Andrew, thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr am eich amser.
Mae wedi bod yn bleser. Diolch.